How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Blade HQ. We are back with Mercedes. Some of you might have known her from an older video, but today we have a super cool topic for you. We are going to be covering the best knives for women.
I'm so excited. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Alright guys, so like we said, we're going to be covering some knives for women to carry. And now this might not be a very heavy topic in the industry right now, but we want to draw some light to it, you know?
Exactly.
We got to include our women.
Oh yeah.
And so what we did is we have a bunch of categories that we're going to go through and how each of these knives on the table fit into those categories. So this is just a good recommendation guide for if you're buying for a female, if you are a female. I'd say this is going to be your place to go because I don't see information like this out there too often.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're going to start with the best overall for female carry, and we have the Benchmade Mini Bug Out.
It's a super classic knife, I'd say.
It is, and some people might be like, oh, as expected, it's a bug out, but it truly is a great entry knife. Especially the size of it is small for female pockets.
Exactly.
And it fits in the hand great and has great ergonomics.
It is really just a great everyday carry knife, and it's earned its name for sure.
I agree. And with this, you're obviously introducing this person or yourself into Benchmade as a brand. They have an excellent warranty. They have the Life Sharp warranty. If you guys don't know, if anything happens to that knife, you send it to them and they will get it fixed for you or replace it. So definitely be on the lookout for that with Benchmade. But this knife comes in at about $180. So a little bit higher on the price range if it's something that you're trying to get someone into, but still a great option for reliability. Next, let's go into Kershaw. And this is the Mini Iridium. So we're kind of sticking with the mini sizes here. But tell me about this guy.
So the Mini Iridium, I'd say in the storefront, because that's where I work, is probably my #1 most recommended knife, is the Iridium.
Okay.
You're not breaking the bank with it, but you're still getting a solid knife. You're getting D2 steel, you're getting aluminum handles. This is probably my favorite color wave too. I know it only comes in the mini, but I love the blue. This one I feel like a lot of women tend to gravitate towards too because it's the mini size, it has the blue. And it's kind of similar to the Bug Out. It's just a good everyday carry knife. It's got the good materials. I love how fidgety the crossbar lock is, or the Duralock.
Absolutely.
It's a great one. Like I said, it's my #1 recommended knife.
Yeah, I would agree. And we have it set as the best EDC, so you did say that. It's a great everyday carry. It is super lightweight again, so not something nice and easy to just throw in your pocket. And this one comes in at $64.95. So like you said, you're not breaking the bank. Great entry level. And the color is very appealing, it's not intimidating, it's something that you can easily gift someone, and I think they'd very much appreciate it.
Exactly.
All right, next up, kind of switching it up a bit.
Got a fixed blade.
We do, so we have the SE3, and this is my personal one, so don't hate on the gook on the blade. But I love this one, and I picked it as the best fixed blade for females because it has a very ergonomic handle. I think it could fill out any hand. And it's not an overly aggressive fixed blade, right? It's not a massive 4-inch blade. It doesn't have a super thick blade stock. It sits pretty thin on the back of the spine. So you can still use it for less aggressive tasks, but you could also use it for, I use it for batoning, chopping some wood up, making fires. And this thing outperforms in every way.
I agree. I love the SE3. It's one of my favorites. I really like the 3 and 4 and the Uzula. They're all good.
Yes.
But I think the 3 is just perfect especially for women because it's bigger than the Uzula, so you can use it for a lot of bigger tasks if you are going outdoors.
Yeah.
But it's not giant. It's not the SE4 or 5.
Exactly.
It's just it really is the perfect size. And compared to the other ones, like you were saying, the handle is just super comfortable. I like the S35 VN1. That one is your good everyday carry steel. It'll do all the tasks. So it'll do everything out there. It really is just a good size and great company. They have great warranty.
Yeah, absolutely. The SE warranty, pretty much one of the best in the business, I'd say.
Yeah.
If you put a bullet hole through this thing, if it gets run over by a lawnmower, they will replace it. It doesn't matter how scratched up, cracked, broken that knife is. They will make sure that you have another SE in your hand that you can rely on. And this one is going for $152.95. So with the S35 VN blade steel, you're gonna get a little bit higher of a price, a little bit nicer materials. It does have the G10 handles, and I believe you can replace them with other colors now too. So if you're someone that wants to have your knife match you, or just like changing stuff, that's also a plus with that one.
And I believe there's ones with like $10.95 as well, right?
Yeah,
there's some different steels.
Yeah, there's, I believe, lower budget ones as well, so that's good. All right, next up we have the best lightweight knife, and we had to jump around a bit with this one, and it's so cute and small, but this is the Spyderco Ladybug 3, and it has, I believe, just a standard FRN handle. It's so lightweight, you guys would not even feel this in your pocket, but it also has the lock back that Spyderco features on if you see the Endura or anything like that.
Yeah, I feel like this one specifically is really good for women because a lot of women too, I feel like, at least just from what I've seen in the storefront, like to carry knives in their purses.
Yes.
So this is definitely one that you can just throw in your bag. It's so small. If I was going anywhere, I'd want to throw one in my bag. I have the one a little bit smaller. It's the Bug. I think the Spyderco Bug. But I should probably get this one an upgrade and put it on my keychain because it has that loop for that. So it really is just a kind of, I don't know, it feels like an on-the-go, really good knife. And yeah, it's a classic Spyderco. You get the lock back, you get, like you said, solid materials. And it's a great one. Another great one for women. It's got the cool color too, I feel like is appealing.
All right, next up we have the best styled knife. So something, if you want to dress up a little bit, maybe you want to wear your jeans to work today, you can throw this guy in your pocket. We have the Giant Mouse Riv. And this is the all black version with this cool kind of bronze back spacer here.
A little higher materials, a little more elevated, I'd say.
It is definitely elevated.
A little classier.
It is classy, and especially with the all black, you have that matte finish with the titanium handles. It is so sleek. And this is M390 blade steel, so you're gonna get a really good steel on this one.
I love M390.
Yeah, it's very strong, very reliable, but again, stylish, something you can throw in your pocket. And this one does come in a little bit higher on the budget, around $235.
Yeah, I love this one. Giant Mouse does a great job. I like the blade shape on it. It really, and it's like we've been saying about a lot of these, it's small. So you're not gonna have this massive knife in your pocket. It is a little bigger than maybe some of these, but it is still small enough where you can have it in your pocket and it won't bug you too bad.
Right, yeah.
And it's light, it's fairly lightweight. It's not too heavy or anything.
Yeah, and like the lightweight, for it being full titanium, it really isn't heavy, so you would not really expect the way it feels, but I think it feels great in hand and in pocket.
Exactly.
All right, so this is one of my favorites. We're coming up on the best budget knife. So this is the CJRB Pyrite, and this one is the cool Wharncliffe blade with a thumb hole and a button.
So again, me too. This is one of my favorite knives.
It's hard not to love it.
I love the Pyrite.
Exactly.
I feel like for me personally, my knife taste it's a little expensive if I'm being honest.
It is.
But
Compared to me for sure.
No matter what, I will still carry my Pyrite once a week at least.
Oh, yeah.
I love my Pyrite. It's so fidgety. It's again with the sleek thing. I just love how sleek it is. The color is just one color. I love that. I love the Wharncliffe blade on it. I love the button lock.
Yeah.
Like I said already, I find myself carrying it all the time. I love the Pyrite. I can just nothing but rave about it.
There you go. Seems like you need to get one based on her recommendation alone. But it truly is a good knife. We have the full steel model here. So you get the steel handles, and this is the AR RPM 9 blade steel. So a more budget blade steel, but great with something that's fitted out like this.
And I will say, I think so far this is probably the longest one, not by a lot, but it is compared to the Bug Out and the Mini Rhythm. It is probably your biggest one besides the fixed blade that we have here.
But it is still a good length. Like I put this in my pocket, no problem.
Yeah.
It has the deep carry pocket clip on there, so it's going to go all the way down in your pocket, or it can kind of sit a little bit above depending on how deep your pockets are. All right, so next up we have the best premium option, which is the Mini Hera from Microtech. And tell me about this one. So you like these.
I recently have been on a little bit of an OTF kick.
Yeah.
So this is another one that I definitely will highly praise. I don't know, I'm definitely a big fan of the Mini Hera. This is probably our most popular Microtech in the storefront as well.
Absolutely.
But you get the M390 MK, you get an aluminum handle.
Yep.
You get the upgraded pocket clip, the new one,
yes,
which I'm obsessed with. You get the new action on it, super smooth. I love it. This one's gonna be the dagger blade or the dual edge.
The double edge, yeah.
But it's super, I mean, yeah, if you are a woman, sometimes I feel like you do see some people have an issue opening and closing it. This one, not at all. So like I can do that all day. It's
very easy.
It's really smooth, super lightweight. It's the mini one, so it is small. It'll fit in your pocket, no problem.
Absolutely.
The titanium clip is great. It's comfortable. The knife, it's a good one. It's for women too. It's great for everyone, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it all. She really did say it all. Premium though, as we said, it comes in at $262. So you're kind of sitting up there with the Riv that we talked about earlier. It is, a little bit more bang for your buck. You're getting really good materials, and Microtech is a great brand, so you can rely on it. All right, next up we have the best compact knife, and with these we brought two options, but this is the NAF's Lander series. We have the OG Lander, as well as the one in your hand is the Lander 3. And so this one features a crossbar lock with a thumb stud, and then the Lander 1 original series is just a liner lock, a liner lock with a thumb stud. So a little bit different mechanism, same exact build out. These I wanted to include as they are very small. They are not an aggressive looking knife.
No, I feel like they are your everyday carry knife. They're not scary. They're what they are. They're a good tool.
Absolutely, and I think they have rounder edges. With these, you can customize the scales. That's something that Ben Peterson at NAF's wanted to make sure that everyone was able to personalize their knife to their own taste. And so this is my personal one. We have the Space Kitties on it, and you can buy all kinds of different scales to throw on these knives, whether it's the smaller versions or the bigger ones, and just have some fun with it.
Exactly. So yeah, whether you want to go for the less expensive option or the more expensive option, you're getting a good knife either way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's small, like so many of these other ones. It's small, but it's lightweight, and it is a good knife.
Yeah, and so the original Lander comes in at about $45, and then the Lander 3 with the crossbar is coming in at about $125. So you're getting upgraded steel on this one. This is S35VN to the original, which has D2. So again, you're getting those premium upgrades with this one, so you'll spend a little bit more. So next up, we were talking about best tactical knife, and for females, we picked out the Boker Compact. It's nice and tiny. It is actually California legal, as well as if you live in a state or a city that has restrictions on knives. This is a great one to carry around in case you need it in a tactical situation. It has a 1.9-inch blade. It has D2 steel, so you're not looking at something that's going to break the bank. It comes in right at about $65.
This is another one that I found myself recommending quite a lot because again, it's one that's not going to break your wallet. It's like you said, $64, and you're getting an auto and D2 steel, which I always just feel like is a really good deal. You get the aluminum body, and it's little. I also really like something a little similar is the mini Kalashnikov.
Yeah,
it's got basically the same materials, just a little bit different style. But it's probably the best auto you can get for under $100.
It is, I agree. And I think something with autos is they are a little bit intimidating. I remember one of my friends, I brought her into the storefront the other day, and I was having her test out autos because she wanted a self-defense knife. And it just wasn't going very well. They're scary and they're hard to use. So maybe it's not someone's first knife, but maybe it's something you add to their collection if they want something a little more tactical. Next up, so this is more self-defense oriented.
Yes, definitely.
This is the Cold Steel SafeMaker 2 push dagger. This one has a double-edged push dagger blade with this nice rubber kind of Y-shaped handle that's going to let you grab it fully in your palm. And this is something that I'm thinking as a female, you can kind of hoister it right under your arm or in your pocket or just somewhere along your waistband. And you immediately get rapid action deployment, and then you'll have it in your hand ready to do some damage if you need it.
I'd even throw this in some sort of bag I have, or just keep it in my car, because it is just a good self-defense thing. I love having something self-defense on me. If I'm not having a knife or anything, I want to have something self-defense, and this one definitely screams self-defense. That's the purpose, and it definitely is something I'd feel a lot more safer, a lot more comfortable having. And it's relatively small. It's nothing crazy. It's not as big as the SE3. It's pretty easy to carry, lightweight, and just definitely a good recommendation for self-defense.
All right, so then last up, we're coming into the best multi-tool for women. And so we have a nice little pocket-sized version for also smaller hands. This is the SOG PowerPint. And it has the traditional pliers that you're gonna see on all your other multi-tools, as well as 18 tools in total. So you're getting your scissors, you're getting your screwdriver, you're getting your pliers, you're getting your blade, you're getting everything. And so if you compare this to any other Leatherman or Boker, or sorry, not Boker, Gerber, or any other multi-tool on the market, you're gonna get your same pack-a-punch.
Exactly. So I was actually introduced to this one super recently, and I feel like I fell in love with it pretty fast.
Yeah.
I was using it. I was like adjusting some lighters. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff with them, and it was working great. I mean, I literally was using this. We've been using it in the storefront ever since.
Yeah,
we have one now in our drawer,
Mm-hmm.
and it has been great. And like you said, it's small enough where and I love the clip on it, so you can carry it in your pocket.
Yes.
I feel like I wouldn't typically be someone to carry a multi-tool every day. This one I could. I could see myself carrying this every day. It is genuinely small enough. It's light, and it packs a big punch for sure.
It does. And you know, I think people always ask me like, oh, are you gonna get an arc? Are you gonna get one of these big, massive multi-tools? And that's just not something I would have a need for. So I think this is a great route for maybe a female that isn't doing like yard work and crazy handyman work, but might throw this in their car or keep it in their purse in case something happens where they need to tighten a bolt or something like that.
And I think one of my other favorite things about it is with multi-tools, sometimes they're really hard to open and close. This one is really easy. It's smooth. It's kind of even fun. It's like even kind of fidgety.
Right, it is.
But
sure.
it's super easy to open and easy to use.
I agree. And this one comes at about $49.95. So again, a great entry price for something like this. It has lots of tools, and I think it'll get the job done.
Exactly.
One thing to note, obviously, we are kind of introducing these as maybe some beginner knives for females, but we know that some of you out there are very experienced with knives, and we know you know what you're talking about. So take everything we say with a grain of salt if that is you. Otherwise, these are great for someone to get into knives, especially as a woman, and I think they would all absolutely suit the needs that you're looking for if you want to have a knife in your pocket. But Mercedes, thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave them below. We'll make sure to answer them. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one.